Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Third installment of Scott Selections here for Monday, September 23rd. For again today's play of the day, quick recap what happened yesterday. We had a nice winner in the WNBA with Jewel Lloyd under 7.5 rebounds and assists at minus 106 on FanDuel. Never in doubt, Lloyd only played 26 minutes. First game back from a knee injury for the last week or so. And point is, she ended up not doing anything in the entire game. Had 3 rebounds, 2 assists, so flew under. Never in doubt. Look for the winner here on Monday. For the extra play, there might be once again more plays on our website. So go to the website and you do. Use the promo code QSY6Q, HDH, get 4% off. Results subscription. Plus a reminder, hit the like button, subscribe to the bell, so get notified, never miss an episode. Now for the actual play, going to the Monday night card, and you have a couple NFL games, and we're going to look at one of them. Going to look at the late game between the Commanders and the Bengals, taking place at around 7:15 p.m. Eastern Time. And for this game, to go with the player prop, going to go with Joe Burrow over 1.5 touchdown passes at minus 135 on BetMGM. Time recording of 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Covering where we're going to go with the over 1.5 passing touchdowns for Burrow in this game. First reason shopping around, BetMGM went a bit rogue here, as this line's pretty cheap. Shopping around, most books have minus 150. DraftKings is minus 155, so getting 135 is a good deal. I'll take it now before the line moves. And they're looking at the Bengals and their projections for this game. Their team total is 27.5. They're expected to score at least 3 touchdowns, potentially 4 in this game, which should create some potential chances for Burrow to once again go over this relatively short passing touchdown number. Now, you're looking at Burrow over the last couple games. He has been good lately, dating back to last year at throwing touchdown passes. He's had at least 2 passing touchdowns in 6 of the last 8 games. Plus, you look at the Commanders' pass defense this season, and it has been awful, especially when it comes to allowing touchdowns, because the Commanders have allowed at least 2 passing touchdowns in both games this season and in 9 of their last 10 games dating back to last season. And you're looking at who they faced off quarterback-wise in the first 2 weeks of this season. Baker Mayfield had 4 in week 1, and Daniel Jones had 2 in week 2. So the point of the Commanders have been really bad in the secondary. And I do think the Bengals receivers should be good enough to torch the secondary to get open in the red zone and to score a couple touchdowns. They're looking at the actual secondary for the Commanders, and it might be a bit shorthanded because they were missing one of their starting corners last week against the Giants, and he might be out again, as Forbes did have thumb surgery. He practiced a little bit at the end of the week, but the point is we're still not sure if he's going to play or not. He's questionable. So if he does not suit up, of course, the Commanders' defense will be even worse, and Forbes has not exactly had a very successful NFL career so far. So once again, it might be a little bit shorthanded. If not, it's not the end of the world, but I do want to point that out, that the Commanders might be using a depth corner in a pretty important spot if Forbes is unable to go. They're looking at the actual injury news in favor of Cincinnati, and they got good news because T. Higgins has not played yet this season until now. He's officially active. According to reports, there will be no snap restriction. I'm sure there might be a little bit of a snap restriction, but the point is he should be playing a decent portion of the snaps, and we know how good he actually is. But with Chase and Higgins now on the outside, a lot of overall touchdown ability from both guys, and we know that Burrow has been very solid chemistry-wise with Chase dating back to college and with Higgins since he joined the league. I think you're looking at, once again, a pretty solid receiving core that's now fully healthy, and that should be able to torch a pretty weak secondary over the course of the 60 minutes. Plus, the wind should not be a factor in this game, and the weather should be okay, as you're looking at roughly 7-mile-per-hour winds. Slight chance of rain for the middle of the game. Nothing that's going to last too long. Nothing that's going to turn into a monsoon. Maybe a couple raindrops, but the weather should be fine for the most part. The Commanders as well are allowing the 9th most passing yards per game. So we know that the Bengals' passing offense has been average this season, give or take, mostly because of the offensive line issues. But you're looking at the Commanders not having great pass rush, and you are looking at the once again, injury status of Higgins now not being an issue. And with that being the case with Chase and Higgins back together, I do think Burrow should be able to torch this defense for at least 2 passing touchdowns. Cincinnati, once again, might score 3-4 touchdowns in this game in general, but I do think that with the Commanders' weaknesses in the passing game, defensively, the Bengals' game plan should be to throw the ball a lot, and that should result in Burrow having a lot of chances to get 2 passing touchdowns in this game. So play that once again here for Monday, September 23rd. It's going to be on Joe Burrow over 1.5 passing touchdowns at minus 135 on BetMGM. Bye, everyone.